It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talks Flicks podcast. I'm your host, the Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. Welcome to the podcast where me, the Captain, talks about movies, TV, sports, flicks, anything you can see on the tuber screen. I like to get in here and give my unique perspective, because after 47 years of being on planet Earth, I've developed a unique perspective about these movies, TV, sports, and flicks, and like to hear and tell about it. Because just maybe you care. And according to the stats, it looks like you do care. I want to give a big shout out to Chile. Got some plays over in Chile this past week. Gracias, gratitude, todo rabá. In Chile, I just saw the trailer to Chile 76. It looks like a phenomenal, awesome, dope flick. So as soon as I'm able to, I'm going to check this movie out, and I'll probably do a podcast about it, honestly, because it looks that good. So anyways, thanks for listening, guys. Gratitude. And just FYI, back day was school radio DJ, but never got a job. I think I never got a job because I just didn't have the right attitude. If I would have had the right attitude, that would have enabled me to become a radio DJ. But I didn't, and that allowed me to become the greatest podcaster in the Matrix. Something to debate, might be true, might not be true, but I said it on the internet, so it's gotta be true, right? Because everything on the internet is facts, not facts, true, false, propaganda, fake news, the Matrix, trees, bushes, dirt, grass, water. I don't know. I didn't make the internet. Ask the people that made the internet. So when you're online, just be aware, just watch out. Anyways, I could ramble all day, but it won't. Let's get right to podcast. But first, a word from our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, El Verano, the summer, it's here, bro. Summer is here. Well, it's almost here. It's getting close. And so as the summer gets closer, the temperatures are going to rise, right? And when you're outside in the summer, you may be drinking a beverage. And maybe that beverage is in a can. Maybe you're having an energy drink. Maybe you're having a pop. Maybe you're having an adult beverage, right? You're out in the warm temperatures, drinking these drinks, right? On a patio, on a chair, you know what I mean? On a deck or something, drinking those drinks. But guess what? That drink might start to get a little bit warm. Oh no, we can't have a warm drink. It's gonna spoil and wreck the drink, bro. This warm drink, we do not want our drink to get warm. So what can you do about that? How can you keep that drink from getting warm? Well, we got a solution for you. If you want to keep that drink cool, we have a can cooler available for you over the existing fixtures out store that will keep that drink cool. And on that can cooler, it says drink me, to also remind you to make sure you take a swig of that favorite drink, because you might be a little and forget about it. Say, oh yeah, it says drink me. I better drink this right now. So if you want to keep that beverage cool, check the Drink Me can cooler over the existing fixtures at the store and keep those drinks cool, baby. Keep them cool. So check it out. I'll put the link below. Now, let's get on with the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back again. And it is a beautiful day. I'm looking out my window right now, and I can see sunshine, blue skies, birds chirping. It is lovely, bro, considering that just a month ago, I was freezing in the ice cold rain, numb hands, shivering like a little baby. It's true. I was feeling that. One of these days outside the winter, just so cold, bro. Very cold like an ice cube. Very cold like North Pole's cold, bro. And now fast forward to April, I'm a little bit warmer. A little warmer. It's a little warm. I like it. Like nice and warm. Who doesn't like to be warm? People like warmth? I think people like warmth, baby. Do you like to be warm? Or maybe you like to be cold? I like to be warm. So anyways, it is warm outside, and I just got done eating beef ravioli that I made in the slow cooker. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I got this off Pinterest, and this beef ravioli is absolutely phenomenal. This is the best beef ravioli I've had today. And I've been on planet Earth for 47 years, so that's saying something. This is some mighty good beef ravioli. So I just got done having that. It's sunny outside and life is beautiful. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to podcast. And this week, I'm going to talk about the world's second oldest profession, the Wilderness of Mirrors, the Great Game. That's what I'm talking about this week. Because two of my favorite shows on the air at this time are True Lies and Rabbit Hole, both based in the world of espionage. So I'm talking about this week. But first, a couple things. There will be spoilers, and I do own some shares in the parent company of Paramount Plus. I just want to be clear and transparent to let you know. So now that I've told you that, let's get into True Lies and Rabbit Hole. So ladies and gentlemen, let me set it off with True Lies. And this week, the Omega Sector crew took a vacation down in Mexico, de la playa, in el verano. That's at the beach in the summer. I don't know if it's the summer. I don't know if it's the beach. Well, they kind of were at the beach, sort of. And it might have been summer. I don't know. Who knows? I just want to say verano and playa because I just learned those words. So anyways, they're hanging out in Mexico on a vacation. But it's actually a working vacation, right? Because a vacation, working vacation, they're down there for like a computer sales convention or a workshop or something like that. Quotes, computer sales. Because we all know that computer sales job is just a cover job, bro. They're really spying down there. They're really doing spy work, but they got to pretend they're selling computers because that's their cover job, right? So they're down there selling computers or doing computer work, quotations, but actually setting up some kind of spy work. And while they're down there meeting with Mexican intelligence, they run into a couple problems because unfortunately, there's a spy hunter lurking in Mexico. And they find out about this computer thing going down. And they try to interrupt that particular work vacation. So that's what went down on True Lies Working Vacation this week. But what I want to do is get into one particular thing about this episode. And what that is that in the episode, Harold Harry Tasker is doing his work, doing what he does, doing his work, doing his thing. And his wife, who has just newly joined the spy organization, is saying, hey, honey, hey, Harold, you know what? Maybe you might want to try doing this way instead. You know, I see you doing this over here, and you know what? Maybe you should do it this way. He's like, hey, I've always done it this way. I don't want to change it. It works for me. This works for me. I'm going to do it like this. He's like, but honey, maybe do it this way. And this happened multiple times in the episode. A few different times in the episode, she just keeps correcting him or suggesting other ways of doing things. He's like, nah, I'm not doing that. And that reminded me of the real world. Because believe it or not, the captain has had many jobs in the real world. I'm 47 years old, bro. I worked a lot of jobs for the man. Many jobs working for the man. I got to see the work life many times over my 47 years on planet Earth. I started work when I was 16. I've been seeing jobs since I was 16 years old. Human beings doing work for like many years. So I kind of maybe know a little something about it because I've been working for a long time. You know, seen that. So in the workplace, you know, people that work there for a while, they develop certain ways of doing things, certain procedures, certain beliefs of how we're going to do certain things, achieve certain tasks, achieve certain goals, get certain things done. We do it like this. This is how we do it, right? We do it like this. And then every so often, you get some new people, managers, workers, whatever, with different ideas, different beliefs, different ways of doing things, and say, hey, bro, why don't you try doing it like this? And they're like, you know what? Nah, we've always done it like this. This works. I don't want to change that. I've seen that happen multiple times over many years. A lot of times people just don't want to change the process, change the way they're doing those things. Now me, the Captain Che Cortez, never had that issue. Someone came up with some new ideas, do it this way. I said, okay, whatever, what am I gonna do? You gonna pay me my money? All right, cool, I'll do it. I mean, the mentality for me is like this. All right, what are you doing? What you gonna do? That? It's different how we did it? Are you still gonna pay me? Huh? Is it safe? All right, whatever, let's do it. I mean, I don't care. I'll go there to get a check. It don't matter, bro. Just pay me my money. Just give me my cash. I don't care how we doing this. I have no say in it. Just what we doing. Give me my money, bro. That's it. And then that's my mentality. But a lot of times people are very attached to doing things a certain manner. You know, they have that fixed mindset. I would probably say where my mindset is more of a growth mindset. So I'm more open to different possibilities, different ways of doing things in the workplace, right? That's the mentality. I feel if you do that, if you just open yourself up, there's more discovery, there's more, maybe it's just more ways of doing things, more options, more possibilities. And I've encountered this many times in the workplace. And this is what we see in True Lies, because Harry Tasker, the spy, has done his spy work like this. And he really likes doing it that way. This is how he's always done it. And then he gets hold of some new ideas like, hey, I don't want to do it. But in the end, Harold Tasker's like, hey, you know what? Maybe you were right. Maybe doing something a little bit differently, it's a new way, is good. We can still achieve and get things done in this new way. Maybe it's more efficient. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's faster. Maybe it's easier. I don't know. But he was open to it. And let this be a lesson to you out there in the work world, out there in the earth, right? Maybe you're doing things in certain ways, and someone shows you another way to do that. And maybe be open to it, because maybe it'll make it easier for you. Maybe be more productive, or maybe make more money with it, or whatever, right? Just be open to it. I've experienced this a lot over my 47 years. And a lot of times, it does enhance whatever you're doing. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes people come in with new ideas, and those ideas are not better than the old ones. But still be willing to try those out. Because if they don't work, you can always adjust and change. The beautiful thing about doing work and anything, it's not just work, the man job, but any work you do, is if you do something a certain way, you can always change it, adjust, maneuver, right? Be flexible, be wider, be able to maneuver to something else. Be open to try different new things. So that's kind of a good way to be, maybe not, I don't know. But Harold Tasker seemed to think it was. Harry Tasker's like, wife, yes, Helen, we'll do this. Good way to do it. I'm open to changing my spy techniques. I'm open to that, right? Because that's what happened at the end of the episode. So anyways, another fine episode of True Lies, Working Vacation. Yeah, very good episode. So now let me switch gears and let me get into Rabbit Hole, the person in your ear. Right now, that's me. I'm the person in your ear. So anyways, the rabbit hole. Oh man, the rabbit hole is something else. Rabbit Hole is a rabbit hole. Rabbit Hole is just a show that it's all over the place. It's serious. It's funny. The emotional roller coaster in this ride of a rabbit hole is all over the place. It's serious. There's death. There's comedy. There's sexual tension. It's everywhere. But that's what's so awesome about it. It's awesome that this show is just going everywhere. There's spying, there's business, there's conning. There's just so much happening. A beautiful show, dope show. In this episode, they further on the plot. They go deeper down the rabbit hole. This conspiracy to change America. They're trying to stop that. And Mr. Weird, his daddy, and the lady are doing that. But anyways, another good episode this week. But I want to get into one particular aspect of the show. In the show, there's a gentleman in there who's kidnapped by the Weirds. And they're holding him there. And then so finally, this episode, this gentleman's starting to help the Weirds out with their mission to try to save America. And during the process doing that, he just asked one request. He's like, yeah, I'll help you guys out, but can I see what my wife's up to? I just want to check her. Can I call her? Can I see her? Can I see what's going on with her? I just want to see what's happening. Because, she thinks I passed away. Because the whole world thinks this gentleman, died or whatever, right? That's what they were led to believe that. So everyone thinks he's dead. So he's like, I just want to see how my wife's taking my death, right? I'm dead, right? How is she taking it? What's she thinking? So he goes to the little spy camera, their surveillance camera at their house, and he watches his wife, doing whatever. And he's watching her, he's like, hey, she looks kind of happy for me being dead. I mean, it's kind of weird. It's like, yeah, she's looking kind of happy, whatever. And as he's watching these feed, the neighbor comes over, and the neighbor's comes in there and gives her a hug. He's like, oh, that's interesting. My nice neighbor, it's cool to come over and comfort my wife. And next thing you know, the wife is kissing this neighbor. He's like, whoa, oh my gosh, I'm dead, and my wife's kissing my neighbor. What's going on? It's craziness. But in that moment, he sees his wife, with that man. And he feels a type of way. He feels a certain type of way. And that certain type of way is probably sadness and jealousy, right? And as I seen him feeling that on the screen, I immediately was like, yo, I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like. Have you ever I think I've talked about this before. Have you ever liked a woman or liked a man whatever your preference is. You like somebody, you like another human being. And then you see that other human being like being cozy with another human being. And you kind of feel like, oh, I'm slightly jealous here. I'm seeing that and I'm slightly jealous. And I was like, yeah, I totally get that. But what I was thinking about, was like, why do we even feel that? Like, why would we even feel that? Why would we even care, bro? Like, who cares? Does it really? I mean, are we really getting all bent out of shape because of that? Because we see a woman or man being cozied up with another man or woman that's not us. Like, who cares? Keep it moving, bro. There's plenty of other fish in the sea. Why are we worried about that? But you know, I've never even been married. I've had many girlfriends over the years, but nothing too serious. And I've only felt that a handful of times. But you know, this dude is married, so I'm sure his relationship with his wife is extremely deeper than I've ever had with a woman. But even that being said, bro, like, seriously? She want to move on to with some other dude, whatever, like, whatever. Her loss, bro. Keep moving on. Like, this should be the mentality. But in the show, he's all bent out of shape. Like, bro, you have, like, this dude got a powerful position. He's an important guy in Washington. Like, seriously? Like, you stressing over this lady, bro? This housewife? Like, bro, you're good. Just go get you somebody else. I mean, it's like, seriously. And I was thinking that too. I was like, yeah, why would we be feeling that way? You know what I mean? It's very interesting to think about, because I have felt that a few different times, and I don't feel it as much these days because I'm an old man, and maybe the drive for procreation isn't as strong as it used to be. Maybe I don't feel it as much because of that. But you know, so from time to time, I still do feel it. And I'm like, for what? Why? Who cares? Let's just podcast more. I should just do more podcasts, bro, and make more rap albums, right? Seriously. But anyways, in the show, it showed that. And I'm sure all you guys and women out there have felt that kind of envy, jealousy, sadness at some point in time. We all felt it's a human thing to feel, right? But if there's any lesson from this podcast, never let another human being make you feel that way. Because guess what? You are an awesome human being. You are very lovable. And there's another woman or man out there on planet Earth that would love to love you all day and be your honey, your sweetheart, your side piece, your honey bunches of oats, your whatever, your road dog, your home biscuits. They love to have you back. So anyways, let that be the lesson from Rabbit Hole. Don't sweat them ladies and men. Let's go get you a new one. Easy. So anyways, another dope episode of Rabbit Hole, because we're going further down the rabbit hole. Another dope episode of True Lies. Yes, Spy stuff is back on TV. The Great Game of Will Samir is so beautiful. And so that's all I want to talk about this week. This concludes the podcast. And until next time, we'll see. Think little goals and expect little achievements. Think big goals and win big success. David Joseph Schwartz. Until next time, it's Captain Peace.
The Captain Talks Flicks.